Right. If you have to do, if you have to write the test cases for HRM in the tool, you have to log in and go into the HRM project and then put the test case into that. So that's why so the first step is create the project. Okay, and let's say we have 4 or 5 people right now online, or 5 6 people who are online. Let's say you all testers. Some people are working on HRM project, some people are working on Gmail. So you all need to log into the tool. So the first thing what we will do is, you come to me, let's say I'm an administrator, you say, hey, I need access to this. So I will create a user and password, or users. Generally in the training we're not creating password, but you can create user and password. And then I will put some people on, let's say 3 people working on HRM, 3 people are working on Gmail. So those are called the admin part. So this tool has 2 parts. One is the admin part and one is the user part. In company, when you go, generally you not do the admin part. So what admin does? Admin does the installation of the tool on server. They create the projects, they create the users, they change the password, they assign the users who will work on which project. That's the admin part. So let's say if you go to some company and those guys are using QC, which is pretty popular, most of the companies use 80-85%. This tool is from HP. This you have to pay 100,000 or more to buy this tool. So and it's pretty popular, and pretty much everyone use this tool in the company. The developers use to find to see the defect. A tester use all the time to put the test cases and defect. BA used to see the test cases as well, add the requirement. So if you see, everyone is using this tool. So you need to create user and password. That will be done by the admin. Kareem will show you how to really do that, how to create the project. He will show you how to create the users, how to assign the users to the project, and all those kind of things. So when he's going to show you, keep all these things in mind, and then after the class also you repeat this video and see that. But if you go in the portal, this is also going to, if you're looking at my screen, um, the second video is how to create a project, which is a 7-minute video only. As I say, we not put everything in one video, like 2-hour video, and you get lost. So each video is pretty much like less than 10 minutes. So this video is there. Then if you see the next video, that is create the users into the QC. And as I said, I will do my best to install the tool on your machine, and so you can practice, and that makes you feel good, and you will really get a good idea. But uh, you need to understand too what exactly you're doing, and this is why we have created this. So third video is for how to create the users. The fourth video is how to assign the user to the project. Means every if you are working on a particular project, then you're not supposed to get access to the other project. So this is what is, whatever your project, you should be assigned. So once there are some more things in this in the videos which we have compiled, there are releases and all which we are skipping, not needed right now. And then if you keep going a little bit, there is also how to create the requirement into this tool. That is the BA stuff. We do a BA training, and this portion is for them. If you're not doing a BA, you not need to create the requirement into this. But if you're interested, you can go and watch, and you can do yourself. Then if you go a little bit down, there is a video 7 minute 42 second that's showing you how to create the test cases. And there are 2 3 videos for that. The next one is 8 minutes, the another one is. So this is your job in the industry. You write your test cases, you put your test cases into the defect management, test management, test planning and defect management tool. So these videos will help you, as well as we are also going to show you live, and we will give you to practice. And if you have any question, feel free to ask. I can also connect directly to your machine and show you on your machine while you're sitting at home, or you can connect to our machine and do, either way. So all these things we have developed, And it's not easy, believe me. It looks easy, but there's a lot of effort and hundred of hours, we have spent. So anyway, it's all for you guys. So once the test cases are created, what will be the next? The next thing is running the test cases. Means we call the executing the test case. And generally people get confused. They think, oh, this is the tool, so tool will execute the test cases. Not this tool. This is for the manual testing. So let's say you write the test cases for Gmail, like you log in or checking the link. So you say you hit the link and link should be, the page should be open. So what do you mean by executing? Means when the application is ready as a manual tester, you're doing that. And when you do that, all the steps are going to be recorded and you can fill up the actual result and then you say whether it's test case pass or fail. So there's nothing automation here. It is all the information which you're saving in Excel and filling the actual result that will go into the tool. And generally in industry, people don't, they write in Excel, all the test cases review, and then eventually a manager will come and say, hey, can you take a 1 week or 10 days and put all your test cases back into the tool? Because in tool, if it's there, then even after a year or 5 weeks, you can log in and everything will be safe. Everything you can see. If you're doing on the paper, and if the work keep more and more, it is going to be lost. So anyway, so you will see the execution of the test case. That is little difficult, and you have to understand. And then the last part is how to open the defects. All the defects which you find, that will open into the defect management tool, which is this one, the HP. So he will show you how to open. There are the videos here. And eventually, so if you see there's a defect management, there's a 3-minute video, then adding the defect, another 5-minute video, and so on. And in the end, you can generate the reports. Like if your manager say, can you go and generate the report of all the defects you find for last 2 weeks, or can you go and generate the report for all the test cases? All those things you can generate. Your manager can see if there are 5 testers in the team, who has opened how many defects. You can generate all the bar graphs, pie graphs, and all those. There's a lot of reporting features. So this is in nutshell the tool. Means I'm trying to make sure when you see the tool, when you don't try to too much cram this, don't try to put like, oh, what this step, what he's hitting, that will come automatically. I would say be very relaxed, try to understand what exactly is doing, and when watch the video and practice when the tool will be installed on your machine sometime this week. Tomorrow when I'll teach Selenium, you can install with me. It's open source. I will make sure before I start showing you, the tool should be installed on your machine. So what you have to do is make sure you install the Mozilla. I'll send the email sometime tomorrow morning, and you install the Mozilla on your machine, means Firefox. If you already have Firefox, don't worry. And then I'll show you how to install the tool with me, and then we will automate. We'll take a project and we'll do the real thing, automate. But today, I invited someone else. Probably you guys tired of me, so I thought, let's get someone, and he can show you this tool. All right. So any questions? I'm here in and out where we are taking this class. But if you have any questions right now, you can ask me. And otherwise, I'm handing over this thing. He's going to show you how the things looks like, how the things work. Okay, sounds good. So Karim, you can come and take it. You want to come this side or it's up to you. And this one you can minimize. This is the tool. You can explain them. Make sure they can hear you.
Hello everybody, my name is Karim. I'm going to show you how this tool is work. If you hear me, please send me some message.
Hi guys, can you hear him? Okay, great. He's a very classroom oriented person, so we need your support. keep supporting him, and he'll do a good job, and I'm here too. So we all one team. We'll make sure everybody learn all these things. So all right, Karim, go ahead.
Okay, everybody. In the real time, real work, when you're working in the company, they give you the username and password to work with this system. This tool is already in the real work, is set on the computer. Administration would give you the admin username and password. So here we are going to use the administration. As administration, we use this and we create our project with project name and username. Each username is supposed to be one of you. So first of all, we click on this administration. Okay. As you see here, it says username is QT. Okay. Username is QC underscore admin. The password is same thing. We're going to click. Okay. I just click the password. And then we suppose that this is administration is working now. You are working as administration to give administration username and password to a user so he can go and create the project. We click on the log in. Okay, right now we are on the application life management site administration. As you can see it here, it says application life management site application. This application has a create domain site project that we will work on this piece of information site project. Lab management, we are not working with this right now. Site user, we're going to use with it. And site connections, license or servers, DB servers, we don't work with all of these. Right now, we work with this one, site project and users. To create a project, we click on this site project, and then we create here, it says create project, see, on this part, we click on this create project, okay? It gives us a new window with a create project title on it. We select this one as a create an empty project because we are using the new project. And then we click on next, okay? Then we give a project name. Let's call us the project name is Gmail underscore project.
Not sure we created the Gmail. Did we delete that?
No, there is a Gmail. That's why I created a Gmail project.
Okay.
Okay. And then we click on next. And this is a create project. It has database type is Oracle. And these are default comes. We just click on the next. This is a warning. We just click on the warning. Okay. And it says create project. Create in a table space, which is users, it's default, and it says temporary tables, it's default, which is temporary. And then we click on the next again. This page, it shows us the create project. Okay, if we click here next, we can create project, but sometimes it's easy to go and click on the user before you create the project. Click user, select the users, and when you select users, and this part, when you selected users before, it says user's name. It writes all the users in this part. under this QC underscore admin, as you see it here. Because we didn't create a user's name first, and it's not here. But in the real world, when administrators will create this project and they have your name here, they click this arrow, your name from here goes to this side, and it means that you are assigned to this project that is we just created. Okay, so when he creates this one, he creates a password for you, and he will give you your username and password, and then you just go click on the application and select your project name and create your test case. But here we are just showing you how as administrator is doing. So we come here, we click next, and here again the create project window is coming up. Then we clicked on this three we have to use them, and then later on we explain when we go further with the QC courses, we explain why we select these three things, like a ALM developer extension, ALM lab extension, application life in intelligence. These are we supposed to take it right now, but later on we explain why we select these things. Now we come here again, we click next, okay, and here it says that about to create a new Oracle project. If we click here, create, computer in the background will create some of the databases and some of the files that is going to use and deposit all the works that we do, and they keep it there. Okay, so we click in this one, create, we click it, and it takes few minutes. As you see, it's going to create the background, all the files that it needs. We will wait a few minutes to see. As you see in this part is creating some files so fast and shows us that what kind of files it's going to create. It's still creating some files in the back of the machine, especially the database files that is going to save some of the actions that we do here and all the test cases that we will write and put in the tools later on. Arsalan asking, can we download ALM on our PC? Yes, you can download, but they're going to give you, because it's asked for license, you don't have the license to, you have to buy the license to download it. But Infotech Solution, they have some, I think they have some contract with them. Monthly, they download, they get it, and they put it on the system for you. And I will ask Jay if he will download, he can download it to you, to your system, your machine or not. I ask him later on. Okay, right here, we got another window came up. It says the project Gmail underscore project was created successfully. In order to take advantage of a new feature in ALM, complete the lab management project setting. So far, we don't need the lab project management because we are not finished some of the lectures from this part, then we say no. We click on no. We don't need it right now. Okay? So here we created the, as you see here in this part, Gmail underscore project has been created. Now we want to select some user to this project. And the real name and the real work, when you are working in the project in the company, the administrator, when he create the project name, he assigns you as a user to use this project, to work with this project, to do the read the requirement and write the test cases and download the cases, write the cases in the QC. So here we need to we go to site user and we will create the users here. Remember, I told you if you need if administration will give you a password, he will click in this one and gives you a password for this. If, so for example, if I click on this one, username is QC underscore admin, and he wants the user. If I click on this one, I will give him a password, but which we don't need to have a password for it. Okay, then to add the user to the project that we just create the project, we click on the site user. Okay, here is site user, and then it's already here. We click on this one. As you see, it says new user. Okay, this new user, if I click on it, it will open okay, see, it gives me this window. It's called new user window. So I can just put here user, any user I want to adjust, to add to that project. So this user will be working with that project. For now, I'm going to say just call him user one. If we want to give all complete information, we have to give him a name, we have to give him a email, write the email, phone number, and description, what is he going to do, and then we click OK. This user number one will assign to that project underscore Gmail project and underscore project. So if I click this one, you see here, it comes under the project size. User one is assigned here. Now I want to select the second one, which is new user. I click here again. All right. Okay, same thing. It's a username asking for username. I'm going to call this user 2. And then I'm right now, I don't fill up this full name and email and phone number of those things. So here I click again. User 2 is going here under this project sites. Okay. Now let's select the third one. Okay, this is a third user that's supposed to work with this project. I'm going to call it user 3. Okay, so I created 3 users. I'm suppose that I'm an administrator. They gave me the project name. They told me to create the project name and select the users to work, and they give me the name of the users to assign to this project. So far, I created a project with a Gmail underscore project. It's a Gmail project. And they told me that they need 3 users to work with this project. So far, I created 3 users' name. These users' name here, it says username 1, username 2, username 3. In the real work is the name of the person. For example, one of them is Arsalan, assigned to this project to work. one is Angela, and so forth. Okay, these three users as a testers, you're going to use this project. Now we're going to select developers. Who's going to write the solution for this project and give it to you. So you as a tester, you're going to test the solution that this developer written. Okay, I'm going to select the developer. Okay, I'm going to call it dev1. It's a developer one that works on this project to write the program. Again, it's I don't want to go ahead and fill out the full name for this developer. I don't want to put email. I don't want to put those information. But in the real work, they will give you all of your information. They give you your full name here as a developer one and the email address here. So whenever they submit something, it's going to go to your email too. All right. Now I click on the OK. This developer goes under this project also. Now let's select the second developer. We suppose this is a big project and three developers are going to work on this and three testers are going to test the solution. Okay, now I'm creating the dev2 as a second developer and I click OK. The developer name goes to project site 2. Okay, now and the third developer, okay, goes to the developer 3. Okay, now in this part, in the administration part, I create a project name, I create a username, three username as a user 1, user 2, user 3, and three developers that they are going to work on this project to write the programs, to complete the program's solutions and give it to the QA testers, and testers have to test all the programs. So it's a developer 1, developer 2, developer 3. Now we have to go back to go back in here, and we go log out. Okay, as you see here, it says log out. I'm going to log out on this. Okay, now I have to use this one as have to go to application life management as a user site. Okay, we are in, as you see here, it shows we are in administration. Okay, because we used logged in as administration. That's why it shows here administration. We are still inside administration site. We need to go to user site. What we do, we can go here on the URL name. This, if you see, for the beginning when we came here, I didn't tell you when the machine comes up. After we check the machine up, we go to the start. We go to Explorer. We bring the browser, and then on the browser, for this Infotech solution, we type http://localhost:6060/qcbin. Okay, up to here, if we click on this, up to here to qcbin, it brings the main application. But right now, because we use the administration, we logged on within administration, we are still in administration. It has /siteadmin.jsp, which is, it recognizes that this is in the site admin. If I clear this one, go back. Okay, as you see, I'm cleaning this to admin, QC admin, right? If I click enter, it will take this and bring us to the application life management, which is the main application page. Okay. When I went to the administration page, I clicked on this sign. If you remember, site admin. I clicked on this sign. It gives me the username and password to put in. I put the username as a QC admin and the password as a QC admin. And I went to the admin site and we did together. We created a project name. We create 3 users name. We create 3 developers. Now we have to go to this to create the test cases and everything we want. So we click on application lifecycle management. All right. Okay. So let me show you here. When I clicked on the administration side management, it gave me application lifecycle management and it's come up here. All right. If I put I'm clicking on authentication. Okay, it's asked me for password because this is one of the users QC underscore admin. It came up. I have to give the password because at the beginning when we created this one, we went through the system. We gave them administration password. So it asked for the. It's the same thing QC underscore admin, and then I click on this one. Okay, it gives us it gives us a Gmail because we haven't logged in with a Gmail. Let's see if there are any other project. No, it doesn't show the project because we didn't have any user assigned to it yet. As I said, before we create the before we create the project, we should use the easiest way. We should use user's name and create user's name and then assign it to project. Okay, now when we go back, we have to go and assign the projects, users to project. We didn't use it. Okay, this is the application life management cycle, and this is user side. Okay. When I was creating a project, I told you we have to add the users to the project, but we didn't use it. Okay, let's get back and oops. Okay, let me go back to project. Okay, let's go one more time to the project site and assign the users to the project because we forget to do this.
So, so basically, let me see if anyone has any questions. So, as I said, if you see, you might be wondering what exactly it is and, how it is looking, what exactly you're doing. I'm not sure how much you're getting or not, but um, it's a tool. It will come when you a little bit do thinking. If you just try to see like, whatever you're getting, everything should you understand. I don't know that may be too much you're expecting. So keep in mind that you have to understand what this tool does, and and then I've seen a lot of people gone through trainings and even they don't have any idea like even what does tool does. Forget about what exactly how to do. So basically by the end of the week I'm going to ask you, or whenever we finish this, this will be your, this is what I'm going to ask you. And when I'm going to ask you to do, you will immediately become more alert and then see, oh, this is what the tool does. So I maybe ask Arslan, okay, can you go open the tool and then go and create the project, the project Gmail project. So he has to, he might be wondering then, oh, how to do that. And that's what Kareem was showing, or those things are in the video. So that will be the first thing you have to do. Whatever projects, my first question will be, or my first, the question in the assignment will be, go and create project Gmail and go and create project HRM. So you should know how to do that. And he showed you, and I'm pretty sure you might, if you try to remember the steps, it's not going to happen. Yes, it is. That's what the tool is going to do. But creating the test cases, you have to create the project first. If you go in the company, there is an admin guy. If someone hired you, they already have the projects created for you, or maybe the other people are already working on that project. So we're just trying to show how to create the project. Then let's say there are 6, 7 people here. You all are testers. You all are working on this. So you need to know how to create the users, and then he showed you showed them, right?
Yes.
Okay, and those things in the videos too. So he hit the site users, and that's why I'm repeating. You go to the site user, and then there is a tiny this. If you take this, you see new user, and then go fill the detail. The user is created. Go to the project, hit the create project. Project is created, and of course you have to fill up all those things, whatever the screen is coming. So project is created, users are created. Those users supposed to work on those projects, so there's a way to assign, and I believe they know. So you have to figure out how to do that, and if you see the project here, and you can assign. So there's a way you have to know what navigate and where to. So these are all the things he's doing. Now I believe you're trying to log into the user and create the test case.
I was going to select the users to the project.
Okay. So let me see if let me a little bit see. And another thing I really tell all the time, and actually I mention you too, whenever you work on tool or technology, and if things doesn't work, let's say even if it doesn't work, I don't know if it's working or not or something, the attitude uh, is to figure out why it's not happening. It's happened all the time. Sometimes your computer is working and the next day is not working, not coming up. So when you start working on that, that problem will come. Sometime tool is, this is not happening, that's not. So a little bit troubleshoot and try to understand. And when you work few days and few weeks, then it will be really good. But with our videos, recording and some practice, it will be really shorten your learning and make you much quicker the way. So let hold on, let me check few things. So you created a project?
Yeah, project is
Gmail.
yeah.
All right. So the project is there. I'm. What users are assigned? There's no user is assigned.
No, if you click here, I have the link.
Yeah, but you have not assigned here.
No, not assigned.
That's why you're not able to log in. So if you see here the Gmail project, there is no user assigned. What about Gmail? If you go here Gmail, you see the user is assigned here. If you go to Gmail project, do you see anyone? Can you see any user is assigned here or not under the Gmail project? No. So if the user is not assigned, you can't able to log in. So what I'll do is I will see how to assign. So let me show you. And this is what, so you go here and add from the users list. So I will go and click this. And if you see when I click, I'll see all the users on my right hand side. Yeah. So select this user. So select this guy. Let's say if you want this one, okay, there's an arrow here. This. Then there is a user one. Put it here. User 2, put it here. Dev 1, put it here. Dev 2, put it here. Now, looking at my screen, and I have to see your just a minute. No, that's fine. So can you guys tell me which users are not assigned to this project? Uh, looking at the screen, which users are not assigned? Yes, pretty good. All right, I'm glad you can watch and hear me. So that sometimes excites me, like you're even far in. All right, so if you see these are the users, if you want to make them admin, you can do that too. You can select. If you don't want to make them admin, that's fine. And these are the users. Um, okay, so if dev 3 and user 3 try to access this project, they should not be. However, other users should able to. So let's see if it works. So go here. All right, so now it is done. I'm going to log out. And now I will go to the user part. There is a way to do that. So you go to this URL, you have to remember, and you will know all those things later on. So go here. This is the user part. Okay, so I'm here back, and I'm trying to go there, hit this, and when I hit this, you see this drop down, I can see which projects this guy can log in. So this one can log in as a Gmail, and let's try. It's still logging, it's taking some time. Okay, so when you logged in, it will look like this, and we will explain you. But let's say log out, and what were the users created? Okay, so user 3. So if you try to log in as a user 3, and you will not able to see, saying is not associated. And yeah, you can finish your food. You can finish your food. That's fine. Don't worry about that. I'm taking. All right, so yeah, dev 3. What's happening? It is dev 3 or user 2? You should use tester 1, tester.
No, I use user 1, user 2, user 3, dev 1, dev 2, dev 3.
Okay, so let's say user 2. Let's see what happens. Hit authenticate. So see, user 2 can log in, but user 3 cannot. Did you get it? Okay, so that's what I was trying to say. Whoever is assigned to the project can able to log in and create the test cases. If you're not assigned, you cannot. So that is the admin job. If you just go to the guy and say, hey, can you assign? Or if you're working as an admin, that's what you have to do. So all right. So what we have learned so far, as I said, there's no need to rush. If you watch those videos which I was showing you in the portal, those videos are only 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes long. You tell me how those videos are, after watching few times. And when you have a tool, that will be your biggest help, because this is also be recording, but those are much better. So you can practice. So my question, this will be my expectation from you. This is what I'm going to give you. I say, once the tool is installed, I say, open the tool, go to the admin section, create two projects, HRM project and Gmail project. And then I'm going to say, create 6 users, tester 1, tester 2, tester 3, dev 1, dev 2, dev 3. And I will say, assign tester 1, tester 2, dev 1, dev 2 to Gmail project, and tester 3 and dev 3 to HRM project. So that whatever we have showed you, that's what I'm expecting from you. That you should, or I will say, go and reset the password of some user, and so on. Even though if you're getting the concept and you able to retain and practice, that will much helpful in interview, because a lot of time we ask, oh, using what the tool does. Can you tell me what you can do inside the tool and all those kind of things? Now the next part is creating a test cases. So let me show you. You have to only focus on whatever we are showing you, or whatever the work you have to do. Same thing like, if you go to Microsoft Excel or Word, it may have tons of features, but when you should know how to create the document or how to create the table, you should, I mean, it may have multiple features. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean you have to know each and every feature, but whatever the task you have to do, that you should able to do. The same thing here. You should know how to log in and how to create the test cases. So watch, and I'll ask Kareem to show you this thing too. He's eating right now next to me. So you finish your food, I can show them. So go testing, um, and go under the testing. Um, See, there are the sections here. There's a requirement section where BA can upload the requirement. There are two ways you can do. You can upload the requirement like Word documents, or you can go and create the requirement using the HP, this thing. There is a testing. There under that there is a test plan. Here you can create the test cases. So don't confuse test plan of this with whatever the test plan you understand. So anyway, hit the test plan, go here, um, right click, right click. Oh, what's going on? Okay, right click. Just watch, and then hmm, what happened? I don't see the anything active. Local host. Okay. I'm trying to figure out why the things are not showing.
Let me see what happened.
Just a second. Give me a few minutes, guys. I'm trying to figure out. And when you do a few times, then only you can understand. Why is not showing the, uh, its licensing is not the issue. We created that, right? What happened is the things under user is all disabled, and I'm wondering, is my license expire, which happen every 30 days? It's not supposed to, and that's why it's not showing me anything. Generally, when I see the license expire, this is a trial license we are using, 30 days. Otherwise, you have to spend $100 to $150,000 to buy the tool. So I can only figure out but it worked earlier, right?
Yeah.
See, no longer associated with the folder. You cannot add or test this thing. You can uh, instruct application on unattached folder or permanently deleted the test. Certain things are not coming up, so I'm figuring out, and I don't know why. See, all are disabled inside, so you can't do anything. That's not good.
You're undefined.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Uh, okay, I created one project earlier, so let me use my project. I don't know, see if it worked with that one. So before this class, I was testing that my tool is working, license is not expired, and it was working. Looks like the license is expired. So what a timing. Yep. Okay. Oh, here you go. So, all right, so let's say this project, and just watch, let's say we will do a few times. So let's say Gmail test cases, Gmail underscore test cases. Okay. So this is a folder created, and I'm going to create one, and then I'll give it to Kareem. So what happened is, let's see if this guy, if everyone is here. Hit this. Okay, good. Where's the chat box? All right, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the test case. So if you remember the Gmail test cases, if you have created 10 test cases, and so my next task will be, I will tell you, go to the tool and put all your 10 test cases into the tool. Or if you're in the company, your manager will say, go and put all your test cases within Excel into the tool. I'm going to show you one, and then I'll pass it to Kareem, and he can create some more. And I don't know the project which created why it was showing no folder. I have to troubleshoot and figure out. But anyway, it's working now. So it's a little. I've never seen that one easily. So go here, new test. You want to show?
Yes, okay.
Go new test. Let's say Gmail login successful. That's the name of the test. So when you're entering the test cases, your test cases document should be ready. and you don't have to think anything. Whatever you wrote, whatever the name, you have to put the name here. It should be the manual creation date today. This is the user creating. You're designing the test cases, you're not running. You go here, put the description of the test case. So this will validate about Gmail login. Whatever the description of your test case, say okay, and once you do, this thing will come. There is a new step called design. You hit this one, and you can go here and new step, and then again another window will come where you can put the steps and expected results. So step will be your, what is the first step? Your test cases should be in front of you. So go to, you can say open Gmail URL, expected result,
Gmail URL should be open.
page should be displayed. That's your expected. You say okay. So first step is done. Then again you go and hit the second one. I hope you have the test cases ready. So again I'm adding something, but in reality your test cases should be in front of you, and you can put it there. The second is enter hit enter. Okay, what is the expected? You should able to log in and see valid next page. All right, here you go. If you see, your first test case is created. This is the name. This is the description, and these are the steps. Now, what I will tell you is enter all your test cases. So what will you do? Go to the folder again, select the right click, say new test, do the same thing, and put the next test case. So Gmail invalid username valid password, and this test case will validate incorrect credentials are not working. Okay, so keep in mind that we are not learning anything new. We're just learning how to use the tool. We're not learning how to write the test cases. We already know the test cases has the name, description, steps, expected result. I'm just showing you how to use the tool to enter those test cases from your Excel to the QC, and that what we will do in the company. So so go to the here. So this is your second. Then you go and hit this thing, add the steps, and the step will be uh, open Gmail URL. Expected is page should be displayed, and then you go here and another one. The second step, which should be in your test cases, enter incorrect username and correct password. Hit OK. You should get I'm not worrying about what will be my language or what will you expect. That whatever you wrote in the Excel, you have to type exactly. So you have to type and then you're done. If you see your second test, so I have created two test cases here. This is my first, this is my second, and so on. You have to create all the 10 or 15 whatever test cases you wrote. So it's very important what exactly we're doing, that you should understand, and I hope you're getting. And before using this tool, you should know how to write the test cases, and you should write some test cases on the paper, and then you log into the tool. You should know how to bring up the tool. Then once the tool is up, how to log in as an admin and go and create the project and go and create the users. Then you should know how to assign the users to the project. Then you log out from the admin, then go to the user module, and then you should know where to go and create the test cases. Create the folder and put all the test cases under that. All right, so this is the scenario here in the class. Well, let's say tomorrow you heard about the AOL. So what do you expect there? So when you go there, there is a very high chances that they have HP already installed on their server. There is already projects are created and there is already the admin guy who is supervising and managing the tool. He's already taking care of the creating the users and all. So what you will do is you talk to your manager and say, hey, I need access to HP, and the guy will then go to their contact. That person will give you login password. You should log in, and then you should know what is your project. You should already written all your test cases which are already reviewed, and then you start putting your test cases into the tool. That's what we are showing you. All right, so any questions? I'm done at least for this part. I want you should be very sure. I don't know why this doesn't come. Not really like this. Creating test cases are, there is no test plan here we're talking about. So completely take it out from the picture. We're only talking about the test cases, right? The test plan is a Word document which contains all the information related to the project. That is, we are not worry about here. This is the test cases are important because those test cases you're going to run manually and find a defect. So you're hired here to find the defects. So it can be fixed. It's just like you hired for the, yes, that's true. That's, you can blame them. The guys who have designed this thing, what they call test plan, but don't confuse with that. So under the, don't say this test plan is the test plan which you read. Somehow they're using this terminology, but this one is where all the test cases are. Yes. So don't confuse with the test plan in the, and don't keep that in the mind. When you go in the industry, this is the tool where your test cases are going to be. And every day when you go in the company, you can keep adding more test cases or you keep running the test cases and finding the defect. When you find the defect, that will also go into this tool. And Kareem will show you how to open and do this defect. Do you have any other questions here? I mean, before we show you the next, I will tell him to create, can you create 2, 3 more test cases? Sure. Yeah, so I'll tell him to create 2, 3 more test cases. So you just watch and see how those things are. We have pretty nice videos. I say watch this one. I don't see any reason why you cannot do it. And this is the first time you're seeing, so I'm very happy, I'm not worried about that. Uh, any any conceptual problem, anything which you're not getting, feel free to ask. Because I'm here for 5 more minutes.
I can bring him back.
Yeah, I will come back. I'm not saying I'm disagreeing, but
No, I'm just showing the back from the
if you're not asking, then we are good. Let me see if you any other question. Okay, he already asking. All right. Okay, nothing much here. Hi guys, so it's good. Um, Again, I'm requesting Kareem to go and show you a few more. It's pretty easy. Once you have this, first you create the folder, right click, and you see the new test. You keep hitting the new test. When you hit the new test, um, right hand side these, so if you when you go here on the test, you see on the right hand side steps, detail, steps. You keep clicking and there's those small, adding. Once you practice and you know what exactly you're doing, it's easy. And if you're not able to do, we are here around. So now I'll tell him to add some more test cases and then show you. And then if time permits, I will tell him to execute the test cases. And once you execute the test cases means, what do you mean by execute the test case? I'll show you what. Mean is you do this, open the URL. So go and open the URL. What you expecting? The page should be there. So when you see the page is there, means this step is passed. Then you go there, and then you enter the login and password and hit OK. And what do you expect? They should work. If it worked, then it's passed. This test gets passed. So this is what the meaning of, so he'll show you how to do that part. There is a new section called test lab here test lab. This is where we go and execute the test cases. Once you go, you will see the new column called test actual results. You see here? Oh, again, this is problem. There's something we are, no, that's fine. So if you see, there's no actual result, but when you go in the test lab, you will see the actual result. Why? Because you have to fill up that field. And if you find something failing, then you go here under the defect, look on the left hand side, there is a section called here defects. Go here and hit here and new defect. You hit this, and this will come and just enter the defect. It's so simple, enter the defect. The only thing is costly tool, whenever people access, and even in the industry I've seen a lot of people not knowing good, and so basically you open the defect under the defect, you run the things in the test lab, you create the test cases under the test plan, you do all the admin work under the admin. All right, all yours now. We'll continue till 11.
Okay. Hello guys again. This is Karim with you. I'm sorry I had to take a little break for eating my lunch. I was fasting. All right, let's see where we are now. I think we were in a test plan. We were creating some test cases. So far you created test Gmail login successful and Gmail invalid username valid password. Okay, which is here. It says open Gmail URL. This is the first step, and the second step it's enter valid for this one. Enter valid login and valid password. Okay, this should be for this one. The login successful. Enter valid login and valid password. Hit enter. Okay. Okay. Here you see the page should open when you're using. Of course, you're using valid password, valid username. It should open. So next step is this one. Okay. It says open the URL is for the first step. We put always open URL, but in the real work, usually we don't repeat this one. Once we open here and step by step we go down. But here to know where we came from, we put this step here. Step one, open Gmail URL. Okay. Step two, enter incorrect username and correct password. Hit OK. Okay, this shouldn't open, right? Because it has a invalid username. Okay, here what you're gonna get in the second step. Here you should get. Let's see if we can edit it. Let's edit this one. Okay, we're gonna edit this one. You should get error message. Usually error message, it comes here. It comes. You have to write exactly what it comes in. Right now, Mr. J just wrote here, you should get error message. But in the real work, whatever message says, what color it is, how it came, how it appears, you have to completely write it here. For example, we say error message came, we put it what error is, we put it in the quotation, we say error said incorrect user name or password. Usually this message comes up. If it comes in the blue color, red color, we mention it. It came up with the blue color. If it has it's in the rectangular, or it has a whatever quotation mark around it, we have to put it and say it came this way. and then we okay. Okay, this is how we edit the, you know, see, as you see here, username, password, hit okay. All right, here, let me bring this a little bit aside. Okay, see, this is the way I edit it. So if anything happens, you wrote something wrong, you can edit it by this one. Let's say it says edit step. All right. If you click in this one, it takes you to edit mode, and that I just went there, and I wanted to show you also when you write something wrong and what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna erase it or replace it with a new correct statement. So you just click on this one. This is edit one. All right. Now we go to write another case for this one, which is, and these are the test cases we wrote for this one. We wrote test cases for this one. Now, if we want to write, now we want to write another test case for this, which is invalid username and invalid password. Let's use another new test case. Okay, we're gonna say invalid. I'm sorry, login underscore invalid user name underscore invalid password. Okay, we select this name for it, and as you know, it's a design, and this is the date for it, and this is QC admins, and we say we need to put a little explanation and say invalid user name and invalid password. Okay, and then we click OK. Now here we click right click and new test case, test, oops, oh no, close this one. We're here in this one, we go to design and click the design and step one. Okay, step one, again, we're gonna use to open the URL for the Gmail. We say open URL and executed enter user name. Okay, we type the username here and we enter new password and we enter the username password and then hit OK. This hit OK means to sign in. Hit the sign in. Okay, here what we have to see, next page will should be open. Okay, that's a step one. Now step two, we create the step two. Click here to create the step two. We say enter invalid user name. Okay, well, and invalid password. Okay, and sign in and sign. Okay, what we're gonna see, we see, okay, okay. When we type invalid username, invalid password, of course we should get some error. We say error message should open, username and password incorrect. Okay, now click on. All right, so far we wrote 3 test cases. If you want me to write more let me see. If you want me to write more test cases, we write more test case. If you don't want it, we just can go to another step. All right. Okay, everybody. You want me to write more steps, more test cases? Okay, one more. All right. Okay, we right click here again to write another test case. Okay, new test case. Okay, we give them. Okay, so far we wrote valid password, valid username, valid password. It opened. We used invalid, unsuccessful. So let me say again. We used the successful open Gmail, which is use the valid username, valid password. This was our first test case. The second test case, we try to see if it's work with the one valid username and invalid password. So we use that one. Now the third one, we used invalid username, invalid password, right? Now the third one, we're going to use empty username, empty password. It means we are not going to put any username, any password. We just click sign in to see if it opens or not. Usually it shouldn't open, but sometime because developer, they are under pressure and they short of time and writing so fast the programs, they don't have to time to test the unit testers. So they get some problem. This is why we check. We have to check every possibility that can open the Gmail. So hacker cannot find any even a small hole to get inside the solution and hack the information. This is what we do. This is what we try to find any defect for it. So let's go again and say log in. Oops. We cannot use any space here, so we have to give them underscore login on successful invalid. No, empty. We say no username, no password. Okay, we just click here. We say the date means the date. It means it has already, and the design status and description. We say we are using no username. Okay, I'll put in I think we need to close the parentheses here. Okay, I said no username, no password, which I meant empty username and empty password. We don't type anything inside. Hit the um, we just hit the sign in. Okay, let's go and create the steps for it. Okay. Okay, step one, as you know, we say open URL, okay, and page should open, okay, and the step two, for step two, we say we use an empty username and an empty password. Okay. Okay. Error message. Share. Okay, so when we use an empty username, an empty password, and hit sign in, we should get an error. Error message should come up and says incorrect username or password. All right. Okay, so far we had one login successful, one login invalid, unsuccessful, which is a invalid username, invalid password. One, we had the username, login unsuccessful, invalid username, invalid password. I guess we have this one too. Oh, and this is invalid username, valid password. The third one is invalid username, invalid password, and the fourth one, unsuccessful, no username, no password. Okay. Now we're gonna go back here. Okay, we're gonna go back here to, where is this? Let me. Okay, after we created all these test cases, we click on the test lab. Okay, test lab is the place that we can move all the test cases inside the test lab and then run it. Let's see how we can bring them. Okay, we're going to create a folder here for it. It says new folder, save it. Okay, let's see here.
Okay.
Nigeria. Okay, now we create a test set here. We call it a new test set.
Just a second. I have to open that. I hope no one is asking. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. And we say new test set. Okay. Now here we need to create the. Okay. Now we create everything here in the test lab. Now we click on this one. It says execution grid. Okay. Execution grid. Okay. And then we click here on select test sets. Now we bring this down to see our test cases. Where are the test cases? As you see here, okay, let me explain one more time what I did if somebody didn't get it. After we created test cases, I clicked on the test lab and then I had to open a folder for it. I called it new folder. And then after the folder, under the folder, I had to create a test set. So I bring all the test sets here, test cases under the test set to bring it into the lab and then execute it. So I create that as a new test set. When I clicked the new test set, it came to this one. All the test cases came here. As you see here, it's all the test cases. Now we're going to move every one that we want to execute to this part so we can execute it. All right. So we just highlight this every one we want to. And then, is there any question? Anybody have a question before I go further? No? Okay, so you know what I did. All right, that's very good. Now I highlight every test cases, and there is, as you see here, it says there is a green arrow. We call it the move arrow. If you click on this move arrow, you see it takes the test case from here to this side. Okay, and then second one. And they get another one. We just click here to bring it in the test lab, the execution site. Okay. Now I removed all 4 test cases here. Now we're going to go and run them. This is the icon for running all of these. When we run these steps by steps comes up, that then we have to do it manually, because this is some mistake that most of people make here, because they think we brought it here and we run it. Machine should run all the steps, step by step. Machine will run it and give us the either defect or pass. But it's not this way. It brings it up for us. And then we as a tester, we should click on one by one, all the steps, run it, and get the either passed or defect and write the defect for it. Okay, now I'm going to run. There is another icon here. It says run with the sprinter, run with the manual runner, or continue manual run. Okay, we say continue, we say manual run. Let's go with this one. All right, as you see here, It's running by step by step. Here say there is it says manual runner, test set, new test set, test one, log in, unsuccessful. Okay, it came with the unsuccessful first. We click this one to run it. Okay, as you see here, the first test, it came as a step one. It says no run. Why it says no run? Because we didn't run it. If we want to run it, we log out whatever it says. It says open URL. We should open URL, whatever it is. For example, it's www.google.com/gmail, and then we click in Gmail, whatever we have to do. And if the page opens, here we come here and say, click on this one, which it says no run. There is a drop down. We check this one. If it's passed, which usually should pass because we give them we give the URL. We put the URL correct username, correct password. So it should open the Gmail, the first part. All right, and then we click here. It passed. The second one, we say, okay, we give the Gmail name, username, Gmail password correctly. This should open. We should go to the correct pass. Okay, this will should pass too. All right, and then we go to next page. All right, as you see here, if it pass, it's an error, right? Because it says error message should open and give us an error. So this is going to be passed because what? It didn't open, right? It gives us an error. So this is passed. I hope you don't make mistake with this statement. Remember, if we give them invalid username, invalid password, it should not open, right? It shouldn't open. If it's open, it's a defect. It shouldn't open, it means passed. Here we have an error message should open, which means it passed. Okay, now we go to second one. Go here. It says, do you want to save the test run? We say yes. Okay, it takes us back to another statement. Now we say we're going to run the second one. Okay. Okay, now here the second one, we click run again. It will run, ask to begin run again, and then we run it. Okay, here come. Okay, it's again same page that it says manual run, test set, new test, test one, invalid username, invalid password. Okay, this is we should get an error, right? Okay, we click begin run, and let's see what we. For the first step, next page should be open because we use everything correctly, and we click here. When we passed here, we click on the past. All right. And for second step, okay, second step, we click here. Okay, it says we should not get we should get error message should open and says username because we give them wrong wrong username, wrong password. When it didn't open and gave us an error, and as it says expected, should give error. So this is passed too. Okay.
I think fill up the actual too. You have to fill up the actual. Yeah, it's matching the expected.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So
okay, we can say pass.
Yeah. So basically, this is guys. I'm back. Sorry, I'm interrupting. But as I said, we are learning. There is no very formal, the class-wise. The goal is So if you see here, when he's running, there is a tab. Can you select multiple test cases to add? Yeah, that's answer is yes. But let me answer this one. So basically, you are putting the actual, the expected is when you hit the URL, it's supposed to open the page. That's expected. But actual is what happening. Is it opening or not opening? You never know unless you do. So based on your result, you will say, whatever you can say, like here, you can say matching expected. Let me add this expected result. Uh, you can say pass. So this is the time for you to go and fill up the actual. And if you remember expected, you are expecting. So at the time of writing a test case, you are expecting. At the time of executing the test case, you are doing exactly what it's supposed to do based on the software ready. And then, once you enter actual and then go here, Karim already showed you that you can pass this thing. Now, Angela, she's saying, can you select multiple? Yeah, absolutely. You have to select. Uh, okay, this is what it happens. So in the industry, what happened is, let's say we put you on the project, and you take 2 months, 3 months, go through requirement, develop the test cases in Excel, get all the things review. Then your manager come, or you already under the test plan. You know when the testing will start, real testing. It will start when the developer provide the solution. They provide the software. So let's say today is the day. You say 17 June, testing will start because they will provide the software. So maybe on June 10th, your manager will say, can you go and add all your test cases, you know, to the test lab? I'm sorry, all the test cases into the, go and write it down. So you get like 1 or 2 weeks to write down all your test cases into this thing. And once you test it, then on 17th, you knowing that you are going to test 15 test cases today. So all those 15 you will move to the test lab. And I tell everyone in the class, like, just like, you go to Quest for your health checkups sometime, they take the blood for all kind of, the health. Generally, if you go for your yearly health checkup, go through your glucose and all kind of cholesterol and this and that. So those guys take all the, the things, put into their tubes, and then later on they take all those tubes into the lab, and then there they start making a slides and figuring out, what's your count and things like that. So probably the concept is same here. You put the test cases, and whenever you have to test, move to the test lab. So you can select multiple test cases, whatever you want to test, and go and do the step by step. And so basically the bottom line is you have to enter step by step what is happening. Is it passing, failing, what is the actual result coming? So pretty much all your work is pretty much, you can say documented, unless so you can't really skip. Anytime, your manager or you or anyone can go and say, oh, when if you see all the what is step is passed, what failed, what did you put into the actual, and this is what you do, right? All right, so he'll continue. Any other question if you guys have? We're trying to, a little bit share the things, make the things interesting. We'll finish at 11, so probably you can show some more how it's running and show them defects. So that'll be a great how to open the defect. And when you see the defect, you'll find some interesting fields which we covered during the defect management lecture. Any other questions related to test lab or test plan? I mean, don't confuse with the test. I can say test cases or test lab so far. So let's say you have created 200 test cases, and then you can decide like on Monday, I will run first 20 test cases, bring into the test lab, run line by line. Then on Tuesday, you will bring another 20 test cases. Then Wednesday, another 30 test cases. All the things will be planned. And that's what you will do. All right, go ahead. Thank you.
Okay, let's go to another test case and bring it and run it. And we click here again. Yes, we need to save it. Okay, now the fourth one. Okay, fourth one, we say run. And it should give us the run manual. Okay, it's coming up. Okay, it says begin run, and then we click on begin run to run the last statement or test case. Okay, here we said open URL. Okay, URL is opened. We pass it. Okay, here it says it should open. All right, it's open. We passed already. With second step, okay, we use an empty username and an empty password. It shouldn't open. Okay, so it should not open. We say it did not open. Okay, let's assume that this is open. We want to write one failed. Okay, let's select this as a failed. Okay, we suppose this is failed, and we put empty as a empty. We use an empty username and an empty password. We just clicked on the without putting any username in the username or password in the password side part. We just came in and we just clicked sign in, and it is open. So this is defect. We say page open. And then we say this is a defect. Okay, we select this as a defect. I wanna just show you how defect it comes. All right, now we say close, save it. Okay, we're done with all of these 4 test cases. We brought them from test plan to test lab and test lab to this part to run. Now we go to here to defect management. Okay, we clicked on defect. What is this defect? First time opened? Yes, it's a first time defect. Okay, we click here. It says new defect. We click on new defect. Okay, it gives us this new defect information to fill up for the defect. Okay, we say defect, summary of defect, we say we click on sign in. What is it? We click on sign in with no username and no password. Page opened, which it should not open, right? And then here it says severity. We say severity is, we can say severity. I think in the defect management you have learned what are the severities, what are the new defects, how the defect cycle is. So here you just exercise whatever you learned before. So here it goes, if this severity is low, is medium, is high, very high, urgent, perhaps this is urgent because before you're using any password, any username, you just clicked on sign in and the page opens. So this is urgent. When you put urgent, it means the developer should work on it immediately and close this bug. Okay, now we say assign to. We can say, okay, this is the user. I think this was a user. We have to assign it to developer. Okay, since we don't have any name here, we use this as an example. We say this assigned to this one. Close in when the close is when the um, tester retested again, and when he finds there is no bug, then he closed it. Okay, and then he puts close date. Okay, date detected date. What was detected? It says either in a cycle version or it was in a release version, which one our didn't go through these, so it's nothing. We just leave it empty. If we could type in it, we just type in the what was it in the um, execution. I said it's not gonna write. Okay. So description, we say here when I was execute when I was execute the test case with without any username and password, hit open next page, which it should not open. Okay, we write some description for it and we fill out rest of it. Let's go here. It says actual fix. It goes by the developer or uh, caused by, okay, whatever he has here. Again, this code change ID code message. And let's see here. And developer. Okay, that's whatever developer does, and he puts it here, and he clicks OK, and closed in what time dated in again, and this thing's estimated. What is estimated? Detected in what? Where detected again? See, since we didn't went through the release, we don't put it here. And modified with who? Who did modify it? And here detected in what area? Where we explain here what detected in, and then close. Okay, planned closing. When is planned to be closed? And a project, we give the project name here, and then comes here. Status is a new target cycle is where it was.
We can't hear you.
Do you hear me now? Do you hear me? Oh, yes. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. I was saying when we find the defect, when we find the defect, we have to get the snapshot of it. When we submit it, we have to submit the snapshot also with the defect. So we can prove that our defect, where was it? And because it's very important. Sometimes the developer, it goes and try to find the defect that we mentioned it, and he can find the defect, and he says you just read something wrong. It wasn't defect, and you just called for defect. So it causes problem. We have to show them. We have to take a snapshot and tell them that this is what we did. Okay. Then we submit this one. It says all fields are required. Okay, there is some field required. We have to fill up because we didn't have them. We couldn't fill up like some of those requirements. Let me see. See here, it needs a summary. It's required. Okay, we say we did open. We did open the page without using user name and password. So we'll give them some. All right, let's see if this needs anything else. Okay, what is this? We put the urgent here and we closed it. We submit. Again, all the fields are required. Okay, we put the summary here and severity. We did fill this. We just filled this. I don't know why it's asking. All fields are required. Summary. Okay. No user name. No password. Page.
So what's going on?
Submitting the
Okay.
defect.
It's not. You have to fill up this. You
Okay.
see.
Severity. Okay, here. Okay.
Select. See all the things in the red.
Here. Select this one.
High, detected. All the rest.
Okay.
It don't care about this. And you submit. You give the summary too. So where is the summary? Here, red bar. All the red. Write down something.
I just wrote it 3 times.
Just
Okay,
write down something.
Okay.
You know. First.
Okay. No user.
No username.
No password.
Okay.
And it open.
All right. It's done.
Again, and ask you again. Severity again.
So this is a new one, I believe. Okay, let's see. So where is the? Are you guys doing too many things all on the same day? So close this. When you close, you see this is your first defect, right? You keep adding here. Because once you added like these defects, 4 defects, and so basically once you you have, there is a field assigned to, once you select the user detected by, where is that, detected, let's create one more. So it is there, we have to close that. So if you go here and new defect, so let me show you, let's say you find something, you can say empty username and empty password is what
Open the page.
Allow login, right? If detected by this user, whoever logged in, severity definitely pretty high or urgent, detected, and you say assign to. When you select here, there's only one user you have assigned, but if you have multiple users, if you have created, you can see the developer one, and you can pick that and assign to this guy. And as soon as you do, it will mail to that person. And there is an attachment here. You can do screenshots and you can upload all the attachment. There are details. You can write more about here, all the kind of things. You can put all the multiple attachment you can do, screenshots, and submit, assign to the guy you're submitting, and then it will go. You can fill up all the things, if you know the build or version number or which release, and everything will work. So, and then submit, and once you submit, you have to close, and you see here. Make sense? Almost everything done. So, some question. I am not good in opening this chat. Okay, good. So basically, if you've seen, it's an important tool. You got some idea. Watch this video. It's a little lengthy class today. Um, I wanted to show in such a way that you can understand. So if you see all your test cases are going there, when you're running, all the actual results are going there, and then all the defects are going there. Pretty much everyone, QA, BA, developers, all using all the time, project managers, important. All this stuff is here. This tool can hold multiple projects, almost like if company has 20 projects, and each project had multiple the things going on, so everything can be stored here. If it goes down, people become very crazy, because think about it, if the tool is down for 3 hours in the company, means no one can see what defects you open. You cannot put all your work there, so so generally it's a pretty important. Everyone should know how to log in, what to do. Tester should know what tester should do. BA should know what BA should do. Developer should know what their part is, and the project manager, anyone should know what. So everyone is using for their own sake, whatever their job is. How to really do this? What you have to click and those things. I can say watch few time videos, and then we'll look for how to install on your machine, come up with the plan, and do it. Anything else you have to teach? All right, so teaching part is done today. Uh, you can have any, if you have any questions, let me know. Also, if you go to portal, I'll show you what we have here. So these are the videos, and if you see this video, there's someone, all those things which you have seen is recorded live. And if you also see here, there is a PowerPoint. In case if you're interested, you can. Oh, okay, so I have to log in. So go there, enjoy some PowerPoints and documentation if you want. So we'll read about that. So if you see here, generally people spend a lot of time on PowerPoint. I'm not. But if you read, you should read, because if you see there's an introduction, then if you go here, there is why quality center, and keep going. Every slide will give you some idea. Okay, if you see here, there is a requirement, there is a plan slash create test, then execute, then defects, then analysis, report and graph. So this is giving you more clear picture, and now you can understand better the theory, because you have seen the tool, you have some idea. And if someone asks you these questions, like if you see what are the modules, so if you what are the quality center, there's a release module, requirement module, test plan module, test lab, defect. You have seen these three, and then there are some more modules you can pay and buy, add-on modules, and then and so on. Some people can ask, hey, why should I type the test cases again? It is really time consuming, and maybe you don't like it. So yes, you can avoid that and skip that. what you can do is from HP, you can buy the add-on module called Excel. And if your test cases are in Excel, you can import in just one command and everything will come. You don't have to type. However, you have to buy a module from HP and you have to pay them another $10,000 for that. If your company is ready to do, your life is good. If you're not, then you have to type again. So you can go and buy add-on. As I said, companies have all the, the features they want to sell, all those things. So, and then release management we have not done, so you can skip that or you can read yourself. That's fine. But as you go and scroll, all those things will come here. Um, they're talking about test plan module, which we have done. You can go and read this. And as I said, you don't have to read everything, but whatever you have done, a little bit look into that and see if it makes. There's a create test set, which was in the test lab, where you can bring a number of test cases under that. You have you run the test set. So my question is, what test lab does? What test plan module does? Where you run the test? When you open the defect, what are the? Tell me 5 fields. If someone is using the tool, he should understand, he should answer this thing. If I'm asking, say, oh, I have a 5-year experience and things, or even 1 year or whatever you're claiming, these are my questions. Can you tell me where you will write the test cases? The answer is under the test plan module. If I ask you, how will you run those test cases? What is the process in quality center? So the answer is you go into the test lab, create the test set, bring all the test cases which you want to run and run one by one. Where you go and open the defect under the defect thing. So just I say when if you can connect all, that'll be good. So this is PowerPoint, and let me show you what else we have here. Why I'm able to log out all the time. Almost done, guys. Give me a few more minutes. So there are another documents, PowerPoint. Here are some more documents which we have created, like how to create the project, how to create the users, how to do installation if you're interested, um, how to start quality center. This will help you because once the tool is installed, you have to know how to start. And then how to, those kind of things. And if you go so these are the documents. And if you go here under the quality question and answers, which I have to review, but here is a one last quick test for you. Why we use quality center to list various users of QC. So I will say, before you're attending the class tomorrow, if you can go here and either read other people answers or you can go and put your answers, that'll be great. We can, before starting the class, we can open and read your answers. List various module exist in QC, explain the purpose of each module. So I was showing you like test plan module, test lab, requirement module, defect module. Can we create traceability matrix in QC? Think about it. That's a tricky question and we'll discuss tomorrow. What is defect? What is defect cycle? How QC implement defect cycle? Think about this question. Try to answer. What is the purpose of test lab in QC? As I said, I was asking, this is the place where you run the test cases. How QC help in maintaining releases and cycles? That's a little bit, things which will take some time. And then architecture. So these are good questions and try to find the answers. That's it from our side. We'll wait a few more seconds or minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, we'll end the session and stop the recording. Try to process your recording and upload to the same section where we are uploading and mail you the link sometime tonight or tomorrow morning. Yes, definitely my goal is, my intention is it should be. So we'll figure out how to do that. Any other questions? I know Arslan is, I can't blame him. It's a long day. Any other questions? If not, thanks for attending. And yeah, same from here, guys. Now, good night. See you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Yeah.